American basketball point guard James Harden has been trying for a trade since July this year. Do you think his career will be over with the Philadelphia 76ers? Well, let's know the truth. It was just in August that James Harden doubled down when he called Philadelphia 76ers general manager Daryl Morey a liar.
Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of again.
Crazy, isn't it? He even went on to claim that he would never be part of an organization that he's a part of. However, just recently, it was Harden who was the one who proved to be the most dishonest, considering he reported to 76ers training camp in Fort Collins, Colorado. In fact, you'll be dumbfounded to know that Harden participated in his first practice of the season for Morey's 76ers. In all aspects, Harden proved to be a thorough professional for keeping his ego aside, as his teammates, Tobias Harris, was quoted saying, "He's here, and his attitude and energy today allowed everybody to understand that he wants to go out there and compete with us." Also, his head coach, Nick Nurse, tagged Harden to be great, as he was setting an example of how hard work, discipline, and accountability matter when it comes to games. However, the first practice session for players like Harden seemed to be almost dead, as he is known for creating issues, especially when he wants to make a move. One cannot forget how Harden had infamously showed up to camp for the 2020-21 Houston Rockets quite late and, in fact, out of shape as well. The pictures that were circulating from the Sixers camp recently showed Harden, however, to be in sound condition. But his attempt apparently weakened in the final days with the Brooklyn Nets, which resulted in a 4-point performance against the Sacramento Kings in his last game with the team. Whether his effort was an issue or not, his teammates didn't voice their concerns. People who were anticipating the kind of training camp antics that finally preceded Jimmy Butler's 2018 trade were recently left dissatisfied. In reality, that was actually the most likely option for Harden. In fact, making threats during the offseason would have made sense to him, as that can lead him to convince the 76ers to trade him. But something has changed in Harden, as when the camp arrived, his reputation was intact. It seems he has become self-aware that if he created more trouble for another team, then it could shoo away the potential parties from showing interest in his gaming skills. After all, one cannot deny the fact that Harden forced his way out of Houston and Brooklyn. If he does the same antics in Philadelphia as well, the potential parties will doubt what would really stop him from replicating the same in their teams. So it seems like at the present moment, Harden has chosen the cooperation mode, which is in the best interest of everyone. His long-term objective of forcing a trade stays. His not-so-good bond with Morey matters. However, it's also in his best financial interest to transition to a team who are more likely to use his bird rights to sign him again. Usually when a player asks for a trade, he gets it. There may not be sufficient interested parties to trade a deal across the finish line currently. However, if Harden ensures to keep his all-star caliber play into the season, there are higher chances of at least one party showing interest in him. If his sober actions recently are some sort of indication, then let us tell you that he is overcoming his weaknesses right now in order to monetize his strengths. There's no doubt that James Harden has been hugely recognized as one of the shooting guards in the NBA, even if not the best, for the majority of his first 14 seasons. However, his recent seasons reflected his playmaker role, which was originally perceived as a point guard for the Philadelphia 76ers. Interestingly, the 34-year-old has succeeded in that role as well, including last season when the Beard led the league in assists at 10.7 assists per game. Harden's 2023 assists title marked the second of his career, with his first coming during the 2016-17 NBA season with the Houston Rockets, 11.2 APG. Moreover, Harden secured 3 straight scoring titles in Houston from 2018 to 2020. This makes him the first player in NBA history with 3+ scoring titles and 2+ assist titles, which shows his offensive versatility. Between the size, 6'5", three-point shooting, his scoring ability off the dribble, playmaking, and soft touch around the rim, Harden is more or less a perfect lead guard archetype. Unfortunately, his reputation among the NBA followers has been affected more due to his subpar defense and incapability to stay consistent come playoff time. Also, his preference to become easily disappointed and demand trades has irritated many in the wrong manner. However, at his career peak, Harden was still undoubtedly one of the league's most impactful offensive stars and almost carried Houston to the 2018 NBA Finals. However, as he now enters his 15th season, Harden may not be the privileged scorer that he once was. It's reported that he should still be able to play an important role as a primary facilitator and secondary or tertiary scoring option on a championship-level team. The Philadelphia 76ers star guard James Harden once referred to himself as one of the most unselfish players ever ahead of last season. This was when he was asked about his view on the playmaking skills. "I'm one of the most unselfish players probably that the league has ever saw." His Sixers co-star Joel Embiid later concurred as the superstar big man referred to Harden as the best playmaker in the league in March. "I feel like if I wanted to be a playmaker, I could be, but I don't need to because I've got the best playmaker in the league." Unfortunately for Harden and the Sixers, things later went south as they once again flamed out in the second round of the NBA playoffs. That marked Philly's fifth time doing so in the last 6 seasons, with the franchise's last Eastern Conference Finals appearance coming back in 2001. In late June 2023, Harden eventually asked for a trade out of Philly after botched contract extension negotiations with the team. However, up until this point, the Sixers have been incompetent to discover a suitable trade partner for the disgruntled star. Enter the 2023-24 NBA season, there is now a cloud of tension hovering over Philly. But if Harden doesn't get traded and fully accepted into the Sixers' game plan this coming season, Philly should still be among the East's top contenders. The James Harden tale remains an ongoing fiasco, as rumors of his trade aspirations to the Los Angeles Clippers are still at large. Amidst this unrest, the Clippers coach sneakily evaded talking bait from ESPN analyst Malika Andrews to comment on this issue. In a way, head coach dodged tampering charges against him by not falling into the trap of expressing his opinions on this entire ordeal. James Harden explicitly showed his interest in a $17,600,000 trade to the Clippers this offseason. However, to Harden's blow, the Philadelphia 76ers informed the star point guard that the trade talks with the Clippers could not materialize. As per The Athletic's Sam Amick, the Clippers are working ways with several teams to move pick swaps for further draft capital, which could guarantee a bolstering offer for the Sixers to regard a done deal. The Clippers and the Sixers have been involved in the James Harden trade saga for almost the whole of the offseason. Though Harden has returned to the 76ers training facility, he still expects a trade for him to the other side of Los Angeles will soon come to reality. Besides this, the Sixers have already paid Beard $18 million in 2 installments after he opted for his $35,600,000 player option. The 2 $9 million payments made on the 1st of July and October consist of 50% of Harden's contract pay structure for this season. As the season begins this month, Harden will be paid the remaining $17,600,000 by November 1st. Although James Harden is now frequenting the Sixers training camps, he remains optimistic about joining the Clippers. The Athletic's Sam Amick reports that the Los Angeles side might be speaking to many other teams to move pick swaps for extra draft capital. In this way, the Clippers are strengthening their prospects of getting a done deal for the Harden trade. Yet, as in this case with everyone inside the Sixers organization, veteran guard Danny Green is well aware that there's a level of uncertainty with Harden that will likely be there until his wish is presented. Ultimately, playing against him for so many years and playing with him for a short amount of time and knowing James, I don't see him not playing, Green said. There's a little unknowing of what he'll do next. He's upset, but I think he's trying to separate the two. You can be upset there, but be family here, and be great with his teammates, with his brothers, and be part of something that he knows can make something happen and be special. According to you, do you think postseason Philadelphia will retain him? What will be the next phase in the Harden saga? Please share your views and comments below. Don't miss to like our videos and subscribe to our channel.